I want to circle back to that interesting story about bubble tea IPO debut in Hong Kong. Such a poor debut, went down at 38%, at one point. But help us understand this, right? Bubble tea is supposed to be very popular, so popular that it's made at least 6 billionaires in China in the past few years. So what exactly happened?
Right. So we've got weak demand for new shares, particularly new Chinese shares. Institutions aren't keen to lock up their capital for Hong Kong listed shares simply because of the double whammy of elevated interest rates. They want to keep their powder keg dry, and then there's also the weak confidence in China-related assets. Now, as for bubble tea, you're right. There is very little product differentiation. There's no loyalty almost when it comes to bubble tea clients out there. And there are no barriers to entry either. It's very low. So that's creating new competition for Chabaidao. There are literally thousands of brands that they have to compete over in China. And I know it's very popular with the youths, but remember, they've got less in their pockets right now because we've heard youth unemployment as high as 21% last year alone. So as for the billionaires, yes, you're right. These founders that have made billions by cashing in on their stakes, well, Chaibaidao's debut today might mean that there will be less minting of these billionaires going forward.
And what about those, because I believe Chabaidao has bigger rivals, right? They've also applied for Hong Kong IPOs, and what has become of those applications?
Yes, we've got two bigger ones. Chabaidao is number 3, Misha, Bingcheng, as well as Guming, that's China's number 1 and 2 respectively. They filed for applications to list in Hong Kong in January this year, but a little has transpired since. But since Chabaidao applied to the Hong Kong exchange a little bit earlier on, a couple of months. So perhaps Misha as well as Guming are also in the IPO pipeline. So they might be scheduled, I guess, in the coming few months ahead. Misha is, of course, recognizable for its snowman logo that's ubiquitous in Chinese cities. It wants to raise up to $1 billion US. It has some 3,600 or 36,000 branches across China. Guming is smaller, but it also wants to raise between $300 to $500 million. So Chaibaidao's performance today might actually be a spanner in the works for them.
And I guess, are you a bubble tea fan, Roland?
No sugar for me. Sorry.
No sugar for me either. Well, thanks so very much, Roland. Roland Lim there from CNA's Business Desk. And